all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. If liberty means anything at all, it means the right to tell people what they do not want to hear.
Make America great again.
The Big Nerd.
I am. Well, good morning and welcome back to the Big Mig Show. Of course, I'm your host, Lance Migliaccio, with my co-host, George Ballantine. As always, it's rise and grind, tip of the spear, edge of the knife. You know how we do it on this show, of course. We go after both sides of the aisle. We cover everything because the plan is always to educate and unify the country one episode at a time. We like the fact that everybody watches our show because, of course, nobody's safe. All we care about is America and the American people. As far as big government's concerned, they can suck a big fat one. George B, what's up, bro? How are you?
It's Taco Tuesday. Let's just get it out of the way, Lance. I knew you thought I was going to forget,
man.
Because I didn't have Manic Monday yesterday. I got Taco Tuesday all day today. Although it's just started thundering and lightning and rain is coming down, pouring. I mean, but here we are. We lose power. I got battery backup for like 5 minutes. Just for my office, so we'll see what happens. Nah, we'll be good. It's Tuesday, man. Just another day. You know, news cycles. Meh. But there's stuff if you dig.
Kind of What's going on? What are they holding back? Are they going to drop some truth bombs on us?
I don't know.
Are they trying to get more ride out of Donald Trump's election exposure? I mean, what do we really got going on here? Because at the end of the day, I'm looking at this, and sometimes you guys, you know, George and I look at so many different places for news, right? We look domestically and internationally. And what I think is tricky is I often wonder if there's intentional suppression of what they want us to look at. And I know that sounds crazy. You're like, come on, Lance, that's conspiracy theory. But the truth of the matter is, George, don't you feel like sometimes, like something's going to come out?
Are you talking to mainstream media or are you talking about everywhere, everything?
I'm talking kind of everywhere in a weird sort of way. Not so much social media, but I'm talking about like.
So, yeah, I mean,
maybe it is more mainstream media. Let me correct myself.
You can't trust mainstream media. We know this. I mean,
but don't you feel like sometimes we go into the news cycle? It's kind of like Mondays, depending on the news on Friday, and you kind of almost feel like they're hesitant to put out fresh amounts of news in a particular topic.
Depends on what's going on. If Trump's away somewhere doing something, they want to keep the focus on that. So yeah, of course. But yeah, you know, it is what it is. What are you gonna do? Lance, do our prepper bar because we gotta do something for everybody.
Yeah, no problem.
Knock it out of the park. You feeling better, by the way?
A little, man. You
sound better.
Whatever I got, I'm definitely feeling slowly better. But it's interesting how tired at certain points. Yeah, I don't blame you. I wouldn't want you to get this. This was a rough kind of. It wasn't so much that it was severe at any one moment. It's just that it kind of made me generally tired, you know. And I didn't go to the gym for about a week.
Sure, wasn't COVID?
I don't think so, man.
You got tested?
I don't think so. I had COVID previously. You know, I kind of know what that feels like. I had it twice. So
I don't know. I mean, you kind of sounded like it, but
I don't know. It's a weird thing. Who knows? Maybe it's some variant. I don't know. You never really know. You know, we love our gold and silver. We love our crypto. George and I always try to double down, do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Of course, it's the prepper bar. Guys, we've been telling you about these. Hopefully the people that listened to us 2 years ago bought some because you guys are way up if you did. I still think silver is way undervalued. So listen, this is the 62.2 gram prepper bar. It's perforated and very easily broken down in your choice of 3 separate denominations, of course, to fit a multitude of needs, whether it be asset protection from inflation, economic turmoil, or in the case of the prepper bar, it's very unique utility for barter and trade. Makes a perfect gift. Everybody loves gold and silver. Buy a few, stick them in a drawer just in case you forget somebody's birthday or holiday, Christmas, you name it. There's nothing worse than forgetting somebody's special event and not having something. You just grab one of these, you can slap a bow on it and be like, here's a prepper bar. Happy birthday. Point of the matter is you can head over and you can get these now. They're available. They're in stock. They come with an assay report, of course, which is always helpful because then you've got a guarantee in case you ever do want to sell it. You can take the assay report to you and you can go sell it and get full value. They won't question the actual item. That doesn't mean they won't check it. But the point is, Genesis Gold Group, the reason we teamed up with them, they have decades in the business. You can do IRAs and 401ks with them. You can do large bullion purchases. They have access, multi-million dollar bullion purchases. If you want to do it, call Keith Height directly. You'll get a special deal. And don't forget, when you head over to genesisgoldgroup.com to let them know that the Big Mig Show sent you, or you can call them at 888-526-7154, 888-526-7154. genesisgoldgroup.com. Pick up a few prepper bars. Great stocking stuff for a great Christmas gift, Hanukkah, you name it. Great thing to have in advance. You never know because, of course, gold and silver continues to be a stellar investment in the last 24 months.
Break me off a piece of that prepper bar. Yes. Break me off a piece. Not snap, Lance. Break me.
Not
anyway.
Snap. I don't think I said snap, did I?
Yeah. Should I do the set the mood first before we
Yeah, of course. Why not? I haven't even watched it. I purposely didn't watch it. I wanted to give you a fresh take.
Oh. Okay. I need people to take notes. This is like a 90-year-old woman giving advice. That's how, that's how she lasted in her marriage and stuff. So some people just, I don't know. Wisdom, right? Experience, wisdom. And the best part of this, you can tell your friends they can go back and watch this clip if they don't believe you. All right? Here we go.
So how did you meet your husband?
I walked up to him and said, you know the difference between me and a mosquito? A mosquito stops sucking when you slap it.
You gotta love that, bro.
Well, yeah, that kind of caught me off guard. That wasn't what I expected.
I know it wasn't. Nobody expect that.
Yeah.
Good old Jenny.
Mosquito stop sucking when you slap it. Well, I imagine she had a very successful marriage based on that information.
Yep.
Interesting stuff. Pretty funny, though.
I thought it was.
All right, look.
Good advice, too.
George yesterday started talking about this. We've been talking about it a lot. And
everybody's trying to bring this up.
I don't even know how to react to this anymore. It almost seems like a fantasy. It doesn't seem like it's even possible. Democrats loving socialism as much as they do. I don't know. I'm tossed here, right? I don't know what to think about this because what I'm really wondering, and this is my real take on this, what would make them believe that the Democrats, now don't get me wrong, I know that the far, far left loves free shit. They want free cell phones. They don't want to pay their own rent. They want Section 8 housing. They want SNAP benefits. They want free. And it's a demographic of even young kids. They seem to think that they shouldn't have to work. They've got this belief that they should just be able to ride it out and do whatever they want and live their lives. And, their life is so short. Why should I have to work? It's ridiculous. And I get that. I get the fact that there's this socialist vibe on TikTok and other places where they're kind of semi-grooming our kids to believe. Because, of course, look, if they give you all the benefits, then when you don't do what they want you to do, well, of course, it's extortion at that point. Then they go, oh, well, yeah, we're going to have to cut off your SNAP benefits if you're not going to vote Democrat, or we're going to have to do this if you don't do this. Because then they have full control of you. That's the whole thing that these kids don't realize. And maybe they don't care. I don't know. And maybe the people that want all these benefits don't care. But to me, it's the absolute worst thing you can possibly do. Not only is laziness something that I think is just absolutely ridiculous that people could be this lazy, I also think that giving somebody that amount of control over you, but the socialists, the Democrat socialists, it's a takeover, man. And George, you've really been digging into this, so I'm going to let you take it.
You want me to give you the answer? You're asking why?
Sure.
I'll give you, Lance. That's what I'm here, bro. Give you an answer. Give you a little insight. So, what do Democrats have? They got nothing. What do they been trying to run on? Nothing. What are they doing? Attacking Trump. Newsflash. Another 2 years, Trump is done with his presidency. Well, unless he does a little okey doke and takes another 4 years, as he should, in my book. But regardless, they have nothing. They have nothing to run on. All they do is, just try to bash this, bash that. Everything that they've been doing under Biden, even Obama, it's being exposed and it's falling apart for them. All that forcing transgenderism on kids in school, to free this, their theft in healthcare, just letting people like scam and make millions. Not only Minnesota, it's everywhere. It's in every state. All that's being exposed. And what do they got? They got nothing. So what are they going to try to do? Like Lance is just saying, let's be a socialist. I'm going to give you free this, free that, free. Listen, there's nothing in this life that's free. Nothing. It costs money. Where that money's going to come from, all depends. Is it going to come from the taxpayers? Or does the socialists, we want to tax more of the billionaires? Well, here's the thing, the socialists. What if all the billionaires say, fuck it. I'll just leave the country. I'll take the business and put it in another country or something. The main business, and just do like, if it's manufacturing, we'll manufacture in the States, but the main company's somewhere else. I'm sure there's ways around it and stuff. But that's what they're doing. Just in prime example, look in New York. Look how many millionaires are been leaving New York because they don't want to be there and pay all this money that Mandami's trying to do. He just, extended rent control. And there's people that have money that are in these rent control apartments that pay like, I don't know, $500 to $1,000 maybe a month for these nice apartments. But meanwhile, they have all this money. That shouldn't be. If there's going to be rent control, there should be people that need it.
I mean, I agree. It's an interesting thing, rent control, in a way, right? It's one of those things that's grandfathered in. And for the people that have rent controlled apartments in New York, you wouldn't believe the size of the apartments they have. It's unbelievable. I've seen some of them, and I'm always shocked, like, holy crap. Because if it wasn't for it being rent control, it would be absolutely unaffordable. No. And that's the crazy thing.
Yeah, they wouldn't. I mean, you're talking about like in posh Manhattan places too.
Yeah. No, these aren't in sub. It doesn't matter. You could be in the Chelsea district. You could be in some of the areas.
And then they could pass that over to their relative if they're leaving or dying, whatever. I mean, how is that? Like, I don't know. Weird.
The rent control thing, logically I get how it started, but I don't really know that it should still be continued. What do you think, George?
I think it's good that where it helps people that need it and stuff, but it's just being taken advantage of. Yeah,
how do you audit it though? Is there a way to audit that, George? You got an idea on how you can audit?
Look at the fucking people's funding and stuff. Look what they got in their banks.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much. I mean, that's it.
So you got to independently financially audit each rent control location. You think that's the way to do it?
I mean, it shouldn't be that hard, Lance. They do taxes, right?
You would think.
You would think, right? You would think, but I don't know. I mean, look, here. We're going to go back to Minnesota right now. Great old Minnesota. You have the Minnesota Democrat Lieutenant Governor, along with this U.S. Senate candidate, Peggy Flanagan. And this is the socialist talking points. They want to rip ICE apart and hold them accountable. Okay, well, try to rip them apart. But meanwhile, what happens when you rip ICE apart and all these illegals, especially the ones with all these criminal records? I don't know. Flanagan, you got a daughter? Or do any of these people have daughters? And they get a hold of your daughter and, look what they've done to other women. Look at the grieving parents. It's just crazy. They don't care about Americans. They only care about having control. And no matter what the cost, that's what they want to do. Doesn't matter the cost. Doesn't matter if Americans are going to lose lives. Don't matter. Or girls going to get raped, or guys going to get stabbed, or grandfather gets stabbed and killed, mugged. Don't matter. They just want your vote and control. That's Democrats' way of thinking. Democrat. And now the Democrat Socialist. Because the Democrats did it too. It's just these socialists are taking it to an extra level extreme. And some Democrats are like, they're trying to push back, but they're doing it like quietly. Be outspoken. But you know what, Lance? I think you might get these people in the cities where people are just naive or believe anything, or they're on government assistance and just want more. Because there's people like that. It is what it is. What are you going to do?
I mean, don't you think that the people that want free, they always want more free? Pretty much standard, isn't it? I mean, they never get enough free. I mean, you see the people abusing the food stamp system. They just pop out another kid.
What about when they changed the rules for the food stands where you can't buy soda and crazy unhealthy snacks? And people went crazy.
Oh, they went
Oh
ballistic.
my God.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play this clip and then we go. We got more. We got good ones.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go. Vote for me. I'm a socialist.
And it is why I support ripping ICE apart and holding them accountable. That's right. ICE out, friends. You know this. Friends, Donald Trump well, we showed him that we are powerful and not powerless in the face of this lawless agency that is killed with impunity. And we are going to push back with everything we've got. And
So here's the thing, lady Flanagan. In order for, let's say you do want to shut down ICE, you would need a majority of Congress to do that, to get rid of that agency, and you ain't gonna get it. So people wake up. Just one person, they can't do that. It's not gonna happen. You need a majority. So, and you ain't gonna get majority in Congress. I'm sorry. You might get
I was
Democrat.
speaking to George yesterday. We're going to try to get Bavino on. Of course, you know, he's the...
Yeah, he wrote. It's his new book he's promoting. I just looked at it this morning.
Yeah, so we want to try to get him on. And he popped out a number on a couple of shows now. That's why I want to get him on. He said there's 107 million illegal immigrants in the United States.
Yeah.
And if anybody would know, it would be Bavino. I mean, honest to God, if anybody would know right now...
You believe that, though? I don't.
I'm going to tell you why I think so.
I'm going to tell you why I don't believe it, but go ahead. You go.
I think that they always underreported all the numbers because you saw it at the borders. You saw it everywhere else. You saw this going on regularly. And I think that they did that intentionally. Now, is it 107 million? It may not be that big a number, but what bothers me, and if anybody would know, it would be somebody, high level up at Department of Homeland Security. And he's probably basing that, and that's why I want to get him on the show, on legitimate sources of information. Here's what's frightening about it. The border was wide open. And we only heard about the people that they catched and released. What about all the people that came in from the northern border? We talked about the southern border a lot. We didn't talk about the invasion from the northern border. And there were tons of Chinese coming in the northern border and other nationalities. And when has the government, you remember the VAERS and CDC information they put up about COVID, and it was all like underreported by 2030. It was like only 20-30% of the real number. VAERS and CDC kept underreporting the COVID numbers.
Mm-hmm.
I think they did the same thing. Now, if let's just say mathematically, if government agencies underreport by 50%, by whatever percentage, you could at least take the number that we have, which we heard 30 million, right? We heard 30 plus million, and double it. And it wouldn't be surprised to me if you could triple that number based on underreporting. So that's kind of what I'm going off of. They have a history of underreporting when they don't want us to know what's going on. And does it bother you at all that Bavino seems to be saying that number with total confidence that it's 107 million?
So here's my take. When someone's writing a book and they want to push that book out and sell it, they're going to exaggerate on stuff. And that goes for a lot of people. That's why I'm not a big believer in that number.
Did you reach out? Are we trying to get him on? Have you done that yet?
Lance, it's freaking... You told me about this last night. It's Tuesday morning.
Okay. I didn't know.
My first responsibility is get stuff for the show, make sure everything's good, and do it afterwards.
Oh,
Anyway,
right,
I know. So he's probably got an agent. I can always reach out to Tom Homan and get his number.
Well, that would be great.
Yes. So, yeah, there's like 100 million illegals in this country. I'm trying to
Well, how many were here before the invasion? They say the invasion brought in 30 million. How many were here before the invasion?
Well, according to Bavino, that means 70 million.
Again, I don't know if that's accurate. Well, no. According to Bavino, he says there's a total of 107 million.
Okay, and you said 30 million coming over Biden. So if he's saying over 100 million, so that means
no. But I'm assuming that the number reported by Biden and that administration are way lower than the actual number. So I'm saying there was a certain amount that were here. Were there 20 million here, 30 million here? And I think the rest was underreporting. That's what I think. So my question is, how many were here before the invasion? And then how much did they lie to us about the invasion numbers?
Who knows?
It's a good question. For the audience, you guys tell me your thoughts. Jump in the chat. What do you think? Do you think Bavino is given the right number? He's out promoting a book. George has a valid point. Is 107 million, or what do you think the actual number of invaders is in this country? Illegal invaders.
I mean, have we had anybody from the government say anything against that? That there's not 100 million? I mean, they had the biggest month, I think, last month for deportations.
Yeah, how many did they deport?
I don't know the number, but I just seen the article coming around. You talk, I'll find it. Hold on.
All right. Well, my point is that I think the number is much higher than they've ever told us. So let's just even say it's 70 million. They would have to increase their deportation numbers by times 10 to get this done. Because I'm telling you right now, the problem is that theoretically Donald Trump is out in 2 years. They still want this pool of ghost voters. They still want to be able to manipulate the elections using foreign interference of illegal immigrants, not foreign interference of countries. And that's the problem. And anybody, Democrat or Republican, should be unhappy about that. A free and fair election is a guarantee by the compact of the Constitution. It's the compact our government has with us that we're not going to be a third world country, that we're actually going to have a voting system and election system that matters. So my opinion is we've got to stop this. Did you find the number, George?
No.
All right, well, let's talk about Representative Jamie Raskin and top Democrats, with the socialist candidates. How about this communist influencer, Hassan Piker, dressing up like Mao Zedong? Now, if you know anything about Mao, dressing up with him, even on Halloween, it brings into a lot of things in question. You're talking about a horrible, horrible person, Mao. So here's a guy dressing like Mao to bring that Mao flavor. So Raskins was talking, who's a total piece of shit. Gun control child David Hogg. Of course, Colorado Socialist House candidate Malat Quiros. Ohio House candidate Christina Knickerbocker. And this Piker character. So he's saying no more Trumpism, no more to the Democrats who compromise, who conciliate, and who betray us. No more to the fascist reactionaries, but no more to the Democrats who will collaborate and cooperate with the fascists, who will fund ICE, who will fund Israel, who will help poison the planet, who will stiff workers and help us. I mean, this guy sounds like a perfect candidate to be thrown out of the country. By the way, there are laws on the books about being a communist. I don't know if you guys knew that. The date all the way back. Right? McCarthy. I don't know why don't we start enforcing these laws. If this guy's not a communist CCP with his Mao outfit, and he's definitely a candidate for, Friday's power slap. He needs a power slap. Yes.
Did you see the thing about Harry Sisson wanting to get in the ring?
Oh, I'll definitely get in the ring with Harry Sisson. Tell him I'm in. Count me in. I'd love to.
I gotta find that story.
I absolutely am ready to get in the ring with Harry Sisson.
Because you'd hurt the kid.
Oh no, I won't hurt him. He's much more dangerous.
He's fragile, bro.
He's much more dangerous than me. I think Harry can beat my ass for sure. Let's do it. Let's get him in there.
I gotta find that.
It would just be dumb luck if I
hold on. So judges issued the removal orders for about 79,000 illegals last month in June. Actually, this month.
Well, if you think about it, if there's 100 million, even if there's 70 million, at 100,000 a month, that's only 1.2 million a year. You would need to do that for the next
month's not over either.
65 years. 60
oh wait,
years.
That's June.
60 years. to get them all out. You're gonna have to do that number times 10.
Yeah.
That's how horrible it is. All right, let's play this clip
What?
with this Mao Zedong guy.
We're the ones standing up for democracy and human rights all over the world. That's who we are. That's our assignment. And what are they doing? They're siding with the autocrats, the kleptocrats, the theocrats, the plutocrats. But we're the Democrats, and we're standing up for democracy wherever it's under attack around the world. And guess where it's under attack? Right here in the United States of America. Right here. Our whole Constitution is under attack. These people are constitutional illiterates, and they're savage destroyers of our Constitution. We need to go out and give them a constitutional lesson.
Who's he talking about that they're illiterates when it comes to the Constitution? Because according to the Democrat Socialists, they want to ban the Constitution and rewrite things. They want to ban the Senate. They want to ban ICE. I mean, they want to ban a lot of things. But see, this is the thing, when idiots like that get on there and say, but talk about the Constitution, I like, get him, sit him down at the table, do the round table thing. Let's go. Show your evidence.
Well, he's talking about us being a democracy. First of all, we're not a democracy. We're a constitutional republic with democratic values. So him talking about the Constitution in one light and then talking about democracy, that we're a democracy and our democracy is under attack. Well, we're not a democracy. We're a constitutional republic with democratic values. So he doesn't know what he's talking about. He's clearly an idiot. It doesn't surprise me. George, do you have a picture of the guy in the Mao outfit? I thought we were going to see him.
I didn't even... Who was it?
This guy, Piker.
I'll get it. Hold on. Just give me a few seconds. Let me look.
Yeah, no problem.
I'd
like to just show the audience just so they can see him wearing this communist Chinese looking outfit, and that this is what he's trying to promote. Democratic Socialists of America. You know, this is
what was his name?
The title of that? Democratic Socialists of America.
No, the dude that had the Mao outfit.
His name is Hassan Piker.
Oh wait, I think I just seen something.
Yeah. So to me,
he called. Okay, he's a podcast or something. I got him looking at it right here. He called Mao one of the great leaders of this world. I don't know if he was wearing an outfit. Let me see.
He was. I saw him in the outfit, actually.
It's a video of him, right?
It was a video.
Yeah, I don't know. He's a podcaster.
You keep talking.
No, he's a podcaster. I mean, he's not running for anything. He's just a loudmouth freaking idiot.
I believe he is running.
No, he's not. No. Hassan Piker is not running for anything. He's just a radical leftist influencer.
I've got a picture.
I have the whole article right in front of me about him. He's not running.
Okay. All right. I'm going to throw the image in there for you.
Yeah, if you got it, throw the image.
Yeah, I got it.
He's definitely not running for anything. That dude is... He's definitely out of his mind. They're all crazy. All of them. They're all these Democrats. I mean, what big name Democrats are
there it is, George,
going against the socialist movement and take over the Democratic Party? They should just force them to get your own party. See how good they do.
So there's
you can't.
Piker
Where'd you
there.
put it? In the bottom?
Put it in motion. No, in the middle of the story, underneath the video.
Well, talk. I gotta get it. I don't see it. Gotta give it a second.
Well, at the end of the day, this is what they're promoting. This is what they do. It's how they operate. It's what they're all about.
Oh, nice.
So,
outfit.
you know, for people out there, I don't think this is what Democrats initially stood for. Probably why Fetterman's talking about leaving the Democrats. There's a lot of discussions about it. I don't know if he's going to or not, but
he said he's going to leave if they don't support Israel.
Yeah.
Here's the picture of him. Yeah. He looks good.
Yeah. He definitely needs to be invited to Power Slap.
So here's the
He needs
thing.
a Power Slap.
Here's the thing, people. So you have this guy, this leftist influencer, right? He's got money. Meanwhile, but he wants to tell you get free all this. But why isn't he giving his money away then to all the people? That other crazy ass candidate from Michigan, running the dude. They did look at his finances, and he's like worth like, I don't know, $800,000 or no, whatever. But he's another one. It's crazy. People need to wake up. I don't know what you got to do to get through to these people to see like the light of day. I just don't. I'm gonna start sending the mods out to start bitch slapping everybody one by one. Can you do that? PNW Sparky 2021. He has called for death of Republicans and capitalists. Hiker's a complete nut job. Yes, I believe you. And welcome to the chat and show, PN Sparky 2021. What are you playing, Lance?
Oh, I just was looking for the Harry Sisson video. I guess he's training because he wants to fight Republicans.
Well, you know that stuff plays over the air. All right, let's take a break. Take us out.
All right, we're going to take a short break here on the Big Mig Show. When we come back, we'll be here with George Ballantine, myself, Lance Miliaccio. A lot going on. These Democrats are crazy. I don't know what to think of this kind of stuff. But, of course, when we come back, we're going to be discussing our strategic petroleum reserve disaster. Not going too well, thanks to Joe Biden. And, of course, this administration hasn't fixed it. I'm not sure what they're going to do about it. Stay tuned. You're going to want to hear about this when we get back here.
What if you could predict your financial future? And what if you could trade on it? Introducing Block Trust IRA, the future in your hands. An astonishing 88,000 millionaires were created last year from the Bitcoin boom, and you could be next. Block Trust IRA is the only crypto management firm powered by AI-driven strategies, ranked #1 in the world by Bitcoin Magazine. The Block Trust IRA platform is built for everyone, from first-time buyers to seasoned investors. Predictive AI technology that was once only reserved for insiders and elites is now available to you. It's time to leave the old buy and hold strategies behind. Your assets are protected with military-grade security, offline cold storage, and $200 million in insurance. Visit BlockTrustIRA.com to book your free consultation and ask how to claim up to $2,500 in deposit bonuses today. Bitcoin changed the game. AI changes the strategy.
In a world of uncertainty, be prepared with Silver Prepper Bars, your ultimate hedge against political instability and economic turmoil. Introducing the Silver Prepper Bar, crafted from 0.999 pure silver and proudly made in the USA. This tangible, divisible asset can come in handy even in the toughest of times. Portable, perforated, and easily tradable, the Silver Prepper Bar is your lifeline in times of crisis. When facing inflation, currency devaluation, and financial meltdown, Silver Prepper Bars provide peace of mind. Don't wait for disaster to strike. Secure your future today with the exclusive Silver Prepper Bar, the only silver bar on the market divisible into 3 different size pieces for maximum utility, all while fitting in your wallet. Don't leave your future to chance. Order your Silver Prepper Bars now at prepperbar.com. Silver Prepper Bars, ready for whatever tomorrow brings. Order now.
Forged through rigorous training and honed by the finest instructors on earth, these canine units serve beside our nation's warriors as they fight to preserve what we cherish. When these warriors complete their duty, the Warrior Dog Foundation provides them with a home deserving of the service they've given us all. At our state-of-the-art kennels, they receive rehabilitation and care suitable for heroes, because that's what they are. Be a part of giving them a future today. Visit warriordogfoundation.org.
All right, welcome back to the Big Mig Show. Here we your host, Lance Migliaccio. Yours truly, George Bounty, Big Mig Mafia in the chat and armies out there. If you're watching or listening, if you come join the chat, come join the chat. I'll give you a shout out. Tina3040. Good morning, Tina3040. I think I've seen you way before. I haven't seen you what? Oh, Ultra Magro 45 finally woke up and made it. Some of you guys missed my morning Set the Mood. You should all go check it out. Anyway, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, like, follow, share, and subscribe if you can. We appreciate it. Your support, all or any of your support, is truly appreciated. But Lance and I, we got the perfect solution for the people who can't watch their crypto 24/7. Talking about Block Trust IRA to bring in access to cryptocurrency wealth to everyday people. Their exclusive Animus AI trading platform works 24/7, analyzing market data and executing advanced crypto strategies that go far beyond buy and hold. This sophisticated technology, once reserved only for Wall Street insiders, now it's available to you. And the system was named #1 crypto technology platform by Bitcoin Magazine out of more than 1,500 global competitors. Our clients are already seeing over 250% returns on their investment, all with military-grade security and up to $200 million insurance. Your wealth is fully protected. So don't wait. Visit BigMigCrypto.com today and see how you can join this financial revolution. Once again, say it again, visit BigMigCrypto.com today and you get up to $2,500 of free crypto. QR codes right here. Links in the chat, links in the more section. All you got to do is make the call or check it out. If you have any questions, you can always email Lance and myself, info@thebigmig.com. We make it easy for everybody. We try to, at least. All right, Lance. I mean, I don't think this is anything new, but they're just trying to bring it out, like our strategic petroleum reserve disaster. Well, we know Biden gave a lot of it away, right? I'm not going to say gave it away, but he put it out to try to keep gas prices lower. And he gave it away. And then didn't Trump start filling it back up?
I haven't heard much about Trump filling it back up.
We're the #1 producer of freaking, oil and stuff? And then we can't even fill up our reserves? I don't get it. I mean, what is going on?
Personally, I don't think it's a good situation. That's what's going on. Our strategic oil reserve is there for a reason.
They said
right now.
Sorry, I was just looking at. They said when Biden took office, there was like 638 million barrels, but he drained 180 million barrels right before the 2022 midterms, trying to get the prices low instead of doing it right. But I mean, what's so hard about filling this shit up? Everybody's got, all these countries got oil. We got oil. Fill it up. Sorry, but is there a reason why? Do you know why? Because I'm trying to figure it out. No?
Prices.
But we have our own oil in this country.
Again, it's the prices, I believe, that's causing this impact. Because they clearly filling up the strategic reserve when the prices are fluctuating so dramatically on the open market. And I don't know that you can require people here that are producing oil. I don't know if you can require them to sell oil at below market rates to the strategic reserve.
Huh. It's like, you think this, if the prices continue like the way they are right now, because the Iran shit, it's going to hurt the Republicans in the midterms. This is why. So, I mean, fuck it. Let's just talk about Iran real quick. Why not? We're in the 10th day of bombing them? And every day you hear, they bombed one of their Iran's bases or the waterway or bridges. Why not just bomb all that shit in the first day? Just 24/7 bombing them. Be relentless. Find out I would bomb the palace where the president's staying, where all the stupid ayatollahs are, and just keep bombing them. I mean, be relentless. They ain't going to come back to the table. And even if they do come back to the table, you're going to believe what they say? Throughout history, they always renege on what they say they agree on. I know, Lance, you're up for this. Like, just bomb the shit out of them. Get it over.
I mean, I've said it all along. You can't negotiate with Iran, especially since you don't really know who's in power. You've got the Basij, you've got the IRGC, and you've got the Ayatollah. He's talking about now finally replacing the leadership. If you leave those people in place, they're going to continue to kill their own people. They're going to continue to suppress any sort of rebellion with homicide. I've said it. I'll say it to this administration as plainly as possible. Stop being a bunch of pussies, because that's what you're doing. You're hedging around. Hit the power supplies right now. Hit all their power infrastructure right now. Hit the Bitcoin mining right now. Seize Karg Island right now. I mean, I really don't understand. You know, my opinion is if you're going to step off the curb, it's kind of like getting in a fight and only throwing one punch. If you're going to get in a fight, the idea is to finish the fight. The idea is not to sit there and go back and forth and, you know, spin a bunch of insults and throw a couple of punches. The idea is to finish the fight. And I don't understand what this administration is doing. I know that we're not in war because Congress hasn't authorized it. Truth of the matter is, it is what it is. And at this point, it's time to stop pussyfooting around. And it's time to take out the power grid, take out the water supply, take it all out. I'm not saying the people aren't going to suffer, but I guarantee you'll bring the Iranians to their knees, and then you just force their administration out. You say, now the Khomeini's out, IRGC's out, the siege is out. We're outlawing all three of those entities. And watch how quickly things move forward. I don't know. It's one of those deals. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
I have the clip on the oil. Let's go back. Hold on.
But the fact is, the reason the U.S. cannot release more out of the Strategic Petroleum Reserve is that it's at a 43-year low right now. The Biden administration drained it of 180 million barrels before the midterm elections in 2022 and never fully refilled it. In a Fox Business exclusive, the current Energy Undersecretary managing SPR sites says the previous administration also left one of the 4 sites inoperable. Under the Undersecretary tells me that this forced the Trump administration to invest more money to move equipment that blocked access to that site.
They purchased equipment and left it on surface and did not install it. Some of that equipment, due to the weather it was exposed to, is no longer useful. So we've completely, wasted taxpayer dollars on that equipment that the last administration sat on surface and didn't install. They also failed to maintain some of the sites.
He tells me that he believes the last administration had no long-term plan to maintenance and work on those strategic petroleum sites. The Trump administration is now trying to do it. And Harris, on that refilling, there's a swap program they're doing. So they are refilling the SPR after the release happens.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe we need to build better refineries here that can refine the oil that we pull out of the ground in the United States so we don't have to rely on anybody else. I got to sneeze.
Disagree.
But I was going to say, when we're talking about the midterms, some people said in the chat that, it's always a pattern and whatever pattern cycles that historically, whoever the sitting president is, their party loses the midterms. Very true. However, though, you have to put into play that all the race-based districts got changed. So they're going to lose. The Democrats are going to lose seat like that. It's going to, it's going to be probably for Congress, it's going to be a toss up. It all depends. It's going to be interesting midterms. I'll say that. Between that and then the Senate, we'll see. There's primaries on today in Arizona. I forget the other state. You don't even hear much about that, right? The Arizona primaries. Trying to keep us out of the loop. See how much cheating they're going to do? What do you think? Any cheating over there? No. Democrats don't cheat. Do they? Stupid ass Rumble thing. Oh, there we go. Kick back in. But here's another one. Did you see the headline that I think it was NBC put out on this? Oh, it's fireworks? You all right, Lance? I'm going to show you a video. Awesome. This is the dude. He's an ex-military army. He's from Poughkeepsie, New York. His name is Andrew Arabaka. And NBC's headline was, "Oh, there's fireworks going on in New York." Meanwhile, he just firebombed the federal building where ICE is. I'll put it with us so we can talk, Lance, because there's really no audio. I guess that's gasoline. What do you think those 2 canisters just came out? Were those bombs? Or something?
I don't know, but that was a pathetic attempt.
I don't know.
I mean, it was. It's just, what, a container of gasoline and some fireworks?
5-gallon bucket. No, it wasn't fireworks. NBC saying this whole thing was fireworks.
Oh, okay.
Instead of reporting it as an attack on a federal building, they're saying, oh, fireworks. Somebody lit fireworks. Did that look like fireworks, people? I don't know. Not the kind of fireworks I'm used to.
Throwing a 5-gallon bucket of gasoline on cement and granite in front of the building isn't much of an attack, in my opinion.
Still considered a terrorist attack.
I mean, I get it, but it's a pretty pathetic attempt considering this guy is supposed to have what kind of a background? What is he?
I don't know, but there was 2 canisters in there that came out of that bucket that rolled. That actually, I guess kind of blew up a little bit. I have another video from them, but here's the leftists, all the rhetoric, you know, we gotta get rid of ICE, get rid of ICE. And what do they do? More rhetoric. They try to run them over. They're shooting at them. You don't hear about that on the news. All you hear about is if ICE gets in a shootout with somebody. They don't want to show you nothing else. And that's why the news sucks. But I don't know. We have finally, when they caught him and got us all the information, and then ABC finally came out and said, actually, ABC actually did this. They confirmed that the suspect had a history of anti-ICE activity. And he actually landed. You know what? It says here, too. Additional footage of the suspect igniting an incendiary device shows him dumping a bucket containing flammable liquid and other objects on the north side of the building. So let's look at this one. Because things did just kind of explode over there. You see it.
More information now on the breaking news. An incendiary device outside a federal building earlier this morning. This is downtown Manhattan. The FBI's Joint Terrorism Task Force at the scene investigating as an anti-government attack. That's what they're calling it. Smoke billowing outside that federal building. And when ICE officers and immigration court members are there in the building, that's who's located there, as well as the New York City FBI field office. My next guest will join me by phone. He knows that building so well. James Galliano, Fox News contributor, retired FBI supervisory special agent. James, you're with me?
Yes, I am, Harris.
All right. First of all, tell me just kind of the configuration of where this device was billowing smoke and then what you know about that building.
Yeah, so Harris, as you pointed out, I worked in that building for 2 decades. And as we come up on the 25-year anniversary of 9/11, many of us were at 26 Federal Plaza, the Jacob Javits building, that fateful day. So this is chilling and sobering. Now, having said that, everything that I'm hearing reported about what this individual had, this subject that's been taken into custody, it appears this was more performative than anything. Apparently, he had a shopping cart loaded with fireworks, some liquid that could have been used as an accelerant to start the fire. And Harris, he was armed with what are called airsoft guns. We use them in the military and in law enforcement to do simunition training. They basically shoot a little pellet. They're propelled by compressed air or gas or springs. They're less than lethal. So this was a performative thing because it was these are imitation guns. The building itself, it's been there since 1963. It is our tallest federal building in the entire country, 41 stories. And recently, when I say recently, within the last decade or so, the screening area was finally moved outside of the building itself on the Broadway side where this attack occurred.
Do you know why that was?
Yeah, well, post 9/11, a lot of changes to federal buildings where people could basically walk inside before they got screened. Now they're screened outside. And Harris, to your point, The Department of Homeland Security has offices inside that building. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, has offices in that building. United States Citizenship and Immigration Services and the FBI, when I was in the FBI 10 years ago, I believe we had 8 to 10 floors in that building. So very target-rich environment for somebody that really wanted to do something bad, but this looked more like a performative stunt than anything else.
All right, I'm going to push back a little bit because having covered the Oklahoma City bombing and many things earlier in my career that sometimes could have something that happened before that looked more performative. Not saying that OKC did, but there were other instances where that would happen. This gives someone an idea, if they're paying attention, of how we react with our law enforcement. This gives someone, if they're paying attention and this were their goal, not saying it was in this instance, but anybody watching this now can see how we respond, can see, did ICE come out? Were they in the building? What, you know, I have a lot of questions about how we respond and everything's on camera. And it's my job to capture it. I'm a reporter, but I'm also inside thinking about that law enforcement.
Absolutely. Well said. Sometimes incidents like this will be a probe. This will be somebody testing it out or doing it on behalf of an organization. Now, we don't know that yet. We don't know if this was someone, you know, either inspired or directed to do this, or this was somebody with psychiatric morbidities. We don't know that yet. But lastly, I'll say this. When I was the crisis management coordinator for the FBI in New York City, 2 things that you just mentioned. We had a robust crisis response plan, how we would respond to an attack. It's integrated with the Federal Protection Services. It's integrated with the NYPD, and a continuity of operations plan. Where would we move our operations in the event that the attack rendered part of that building and our databases, you know, unavailable?
Yeah, that is great information to hear.
I was just talking to Lance backstage. I'm saying, where's our Jay Clayton? He's a Southern District U.S. Attorney. You don't hear much from him. Right?
Nothing on this.
I mean, because you don't want this being in front of New York prosecutors. They'll probably let the guy go free. Between that and the judges, you got to give it this in federal court, which it should be because it was a federal building, right? I would imagine. Anybody? No? We'll see what happens. But they keep attacking ICE officers everywhere they can just to do harm because of the rhetoric. Like, you've seen people from Michigan that freaking one running for Senate. Oh, we're going to get rid of ICE. We're going to demolish them. I think we should just, how about we just demolish the Democratic Party? What do you think, people? Can we do that? Would that be fun? Lance, you're up for it? I know you're up for it, Lance. I don't know why I asked you.
I'm kind of game for getting rid of all political parties.
Yeah, true.
All right, let's listen.
Anybody here? Anybody see Mitch McConnell?
Ellison just announced the Democrats' plan in the 2026 midterms. He wants to have foreigners vote, including people not naturalized in the prior election. Yep. Tell me they don't want a ghost voter pool. They just said it out loud. They know what they're doing.
You just, yeah, of course. I mean, blatantly. We're going to play that and we're going to talk because somebody brought up a comment about what Trump.
There's a whole lot of people who were not 18 years old in the last election. There's a whole lot of people who were not naturalized citizens in the last election. There's a whole lot of people who sat it out because of whatever reason in the last election. But you know what? We're going to get them all this election. And so let me tell you, I used to be the congressperson for the 5th Congressional District. And when I decided to leave that job and become your Attorney General, and thank you for that, by the way.
And yet, he's still walking around with all the stuff he did with Medicare fraud and all that, letting the people do that. And he's still walking around, him and Waltz. Go figure. Yep. As interesting as it is. So I know I put it at the bottom about with the election. I know Trump did his speech. I mean, he's going to take time to do that. Find out. But let me just bring it up, Lance. Because remember the lady he talked about that was running a shadow government? She was an ex-FBI agent. Her name was Nikki Flores. She actually works for Microsoft now. So wasn't Bill Gates at the table too? Wasn't he there with Trump? Lance, when he had all the other tech people? Wasn't Bill Gates
David
there?
Sachs is the one who invited. Bill Gates was on one side of Donald Trump, and Mark Zuckerberg was on the other side.
I mean, they should call David Sachs. Like, why are you employing this lady? Matter of fact, why isn't this lady arrested right now? I mean, how much more evidence does the FBI need just to arrest her ass? I would arrest.
Hey, George, can you go solo for just a minute?
Lance, I can't.
I got an issue with one of the dogs.
Go ahead. Take it all away, Lance. Why not? Why don't we arrest this lady? Put the fear of life imprisonment for treason and see who she's willing to give up. Because she's got to be giving up somebody. People, right? Her name is Nikki Flores, works for Microsoft. Matter of fact, people should call. If you have Microsoft products, say, I don't want your products no more, because she's working there. Because God knows what they're doing to their products to look at our stuff. She's running a shadow government when she was an FBI agent. What kind of shadow government is she running in Microsoft? I don't know. It's kind of chilling. But on a good note, I'm going to show you guys something nice, right? Lockheed Martin, they unveiled their new PAC 3 Ace. It's a lower cost Patriot interceptor. I'm shocked that it's lower cost too. That's expected to cost less than half the price of the current PAC 3 MSE missile, and it's designed to counter drones and other aerial threats. Production could begin in 36 months. I know, Lance, you like this stuff. Check it out. Pretty cool. Since you're more in the military,
You ever think that 36 months to ramp up for something that's needed now?
Well,
you ever think of these big companies, how ridiculous
this
it is?
is new.
I know, but again, that wasn't the point.
Oh.
The point is, don't you ever think it's interesting that these companies need 36 months to ramp up?
Well, it said production could begin within 36 months. I guess it all depends on funding. If Congress approves it or whatever, I don't know how it works. But why?
I'll bet you if you went to some of the competitors to Lockheed Martin and said, can you go into production right now on an item like this? I bet you they'd all step up. Lockheed Martin has been one of those military industrial complex operators that's controlled Congress for a very long time. And I always feel like there are new up-and-comers that could provide products, some of the ones we've been talking about.
Do we even, but here's the thing, with all the technology we have, do we even need that kind of stuff? Why don't they deploy lasers?
I don't know.
Right?
That's a good question, but I'm not a military tactician when it comes to the newest technology, what we have available, what isn't available.
All right,
So,
Lance.
I don't know.
Lance, you remember this saying, no one is above the law? Remember
Yeah,
that?
Sunny Hostin is, though, or at least she thinks she
Well,
is.
hold on. Remember when everybody was saying, when they're talking about Trump, no one's above the law, no one's above the law, and then Sonny Houston, we're just going to show a clip of Sonny Houston real quick.
I mean, you can't commit so many crimes and think that you are above the law, even if you are the president. It's just how it
So
works.
it really is a celebration of the law.
It's a celebration of the law and how it applies to all of us.
Okay. No one's above the law. They want to talk about white privilege and all this stuff that we get. Well, I don't feel no white privilege. I don't know about you, Lance, but I don't.
I don't feel any white privilege.
So then her son gets arrested. He's trespassing on the railroad tracks. He's a Harvard graduate. Okay. So he should be smart enough to know you're not supposed to be there. There's signs out there. And, but Sonny Houston, her son gets arrested for it. And first you hear her say she's a federal prosecutor. Then later on, she says she's a former federal prosecutor. Okay, so what? Crimes don't apply to you or your family because you're a federal prosecutor or a former federal prosecutor? Or because your name's Sonny Houston? What is it?
I think it's Sunny Hostin or Hostin.
Whatever
I don't
the
know.
freaking bitch. I mean, the hypocrites from the left. Now, I'm curious to know, because this case is getting so much attention, it's going to be hard for prosecutors to drop this. It's trespassing. It's a minor freaking thing. It's nothing. It's like a ticket. I don't even think it's like that much of a misdemeanor. It's not going to affect your record or this and that. So eat it. But she's Sunny Hosen. She's a former federal prosecutor. Listen to the clip.
How are you?
How are you? This is my son.
How you doing, man? All right.
He was walking along the tracks.
Just on a run, on a walk, and the gate was open. I was like, oh.
Sounds like an honest
He's on the
mistake.
phone with me. Actually. I'm a former federal prosecutor.
Yeah.
He knows he's a Harvard grad who teaches 4th grade geometry to kids.
God bless.
This is not a kid who's ever in trouble. It's an innocent mistake. I understand you have to
it's,
give
I
him a
don't know
violation,
what happened, but yeah, whatever.
It's
not the end of the world. I get you. Where were you? Where'd you go? You were like over here?
So yeah, there's like an open gate. I think I was walking over there.
Just walking, nice day. Just walking.
well, we were talking on the phone.
I know.
I had a big interview today. We were talking about it.
Gotcha.
So you guys, the sergeant say that you called up or back up or?
Well, we just heard.
Oh, we just heard it come over. You know.
We were up by Scarsdale.
Oh, we
actually,
just
and
take a ride over.
Drive by.
I know sometimes it seems like overkill. You know.
It's like, oh, this is some entertaining stuff happening. Let me go
No,
check
it's
it. Like, I
just
don't know what
situations.
it is.
They're not always like you. So sometimes the situations go a little the other way. They're not so compliant like you are. So it's better to be safe than sorry. You know what I'm saying? You're obviously a good guy. So. You live in the area?
Yeah, we live on.
Oh, okay,
we used to
okay.
live in Purchase, and we just moved here in September.
Oh, nice. Yeah, very nice.
So we're new to the area, which is why he's making mistakes. Because
not that anything that's going to come of this. So.
Curious to want to know why he's not in handcuffs like they handcuff everybody else.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, if they let this go, then anybody else got a trespassing and fine. Hey, they can bring it back up. Say, wait a minute. He was clearly admitted to trespassing and they let him go. There's no thing. So I want mine gone too. They're just going to set precedent. But no one's above the law, she says. Whatever. Problem is, we got crazy people like this. Did you see this one, Lance?
I have not seen this clip.
Oh my God. Wait till you see
But
this.
like I said many times, I think these trans people are suffering the consequences of a mental health crisis.
Listen,
and it's more and more obvious that you can see there just isn't a lot of mental stability when it comes to these individuals. I don't even understand how this person thinks they're trying to be a woman.
I don't. Is it a woman?
that I'm familiar with.
Is it a woman? Is trying to be a woman or trying to be an it? First of all, if you're going to school, there is no she, your preferred pronouns. You have a fucking name. It's not she, they, this, that, or the other thing. It's your name.
They do have policies at schools nowadays.
Well, they shouldn't though. That's the thing.
I agree. If you get federal funding, it shouldn't. But this is the mental health crisis that has been shoved down our throats. And this is the danger to our children when you have this trans kind of a person that believes there's something that they're not. And of course, they're being put into the school system. This is dangerous, in my opinion, for our kids, because this is a clearly an unstable person.
I can't believe you didn't see this clip. Just take a breath, Lance. Listen to this shit.
Stop misgendering me!
What's the problem?
Why do you let those kids get away with this? They are not supposed to be here!
If you don't lower your voice, I am going to put handcuffs on you and I'm going to take you to a Baker Act facility. You lower your voice.
Try it.
Are you threatening me? Can we get another unit to deal with Jay Lee here? He is having a breakdown.
Say! Just say the right pronoun!
What do you say?
7351.
Get down on the ground right now.
No!
You're about to get sprayed.
No,
Get down on the ground right now.
Leave me alone!
I can come in there.
Leave me alone, please!
Okay, are you going to calm down?
I want to be away from
No,
him.
it's too late now. It's too late now. He's going to be taken away.
Shay!
You stop.
It's taken.
I just want to get away from him.
I understand that.
He needs
Shay!
He.
Shay! 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 Stop misgendering me! Just say Shay!
Please step in. Watch your head.
Do not push me.
Now, this is in Florida, and when he said he's going to take her to a Baker Act facility, that Baker Act facility is this designated hospital crisis stabilization unit or psychiatric center in Florida, authorized to hold individuals involuntary for up to 72 hours for mental health evaluation and stabilization. I mean, not for nothing, dude. You do not look like a she. So it's just mind-boggling how delusional these people are. I don't think Florida. Do you think Florida has those laws in the schools where you gotta?
I don't honestly know. I just know this. That's not a person I would want around my children if they were in school, university, high school, grade school. I just wouldn't want them around. I don't think this is a stable person. And at the end of the day, this whole misgendering, screaming and yelling thing. I will tell you this. There's one thing that I don't like about body cam footage. There's one thing I don't like about it.
What's that?
The New York I grew up in, I can tell you that if you were talking like that to a police officer, you would have got the shit beaten out of you. And maybe some of these psychotic trans people need to have the shit beaten out of them. I got to be honest. There's one thing about it. Can you imagine as a police officer trying to stay calm with somebody like that?
Well, that's the whole point. Right? And I'm for body cams because there's a lot of cops that have done some fucked up illegal shit just to get arrests and hit people and do a lot of crazy stuff. So I'm for it. And and as cops, you're trained to try to de-escalate it. I mean, if I was him, because she, whatever she wanted to be called, I'd be like, okay, she needs to turn around, put her hands behind her back because she is under arrest. Just to mess with that person. Put the cuffs on and take them away. Be done with it. It's apparently the whatever that thing is got psychiatric problems. I don't know if he's taking any of those TG meds or whatever he's doing, but this is a common occurrence with these people.
It is common, too common.
Shootings and everything.
I don't know. I don't have any patience for this kind of stuff anymore. I just don't believe that those people deserve a break. I think they're out of their minds, and I think they ought to be institutionalized. But it is what it is. The parents go along with it. Families go along with it. It's pretty normal.
So here's another thing. And I'm going to bring up more about body cam. Before there's body cam and you had the old timers, they would circumvent the law just to get arrested and stuff. Now, when people are educating, getting more smart in their constitutional rights, and there's body cam and they're filming too, so many of these officers still violate it, and it goes to court, gets thrown out, and they get sued, and these people win, which is rightfully so. Because too many cops think they're above the law doesn't apply to them. They can violate the Constitution. The best ones that like you see all the time is the guys that are filming they're sitting on a public sidewalk filming, and people freak out. Dude, you're in public. There's cameras everywhere all the time. You're in public. And even cops want to, you would think the cops would know that simple law right there. They have to be educated. But
you would definitely think so.
Yeah. And then you have to say, across all these departments across the country, are they not educating them on a simple law like that? You can't know every law, but some of the basic ones, your First, Second, Third, Fourth Amendment, Fifth, that shit they should know. It's pretty simple. Yeah. So I'm all for the body cams. Are you for body cams in the chat? Let me see. I want to know. Let's see what the chat says. But take us out, Lance. We're good. Judy Casbier Collins. I think there's a lot of idiots who honestly believe socializing is the same as socialism. They believe socializing is the same as socialism. You said it. You said it. Idiots. Key word there, Judy. Idiots. Welcome to the show
All
and
right,
chat,
listen,
Judy.
if you love the show, you know what to do. Thumbs up, comment, share, subscribe. You can do the paid subscription on the way out the door. Fantastic. You can also gift subscriptions. Rumble Rant tips are always appreciated. And of course, you can also tip us in our Rumble crypto wallet. Appreciate you guys tuning in today. We'll be here every day, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard. The only time we're not is if we see a news cycle that we don't want to waste your time. We hate to just provide you garbage news, so you'll see us occasionally skip a show, but it's very rare. Appreciate you guys tuning in today. George, last words.
Taco Tuesday. I love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a blessed day. Stay out of trouble.
What if you could predict your financial future? And what if you could trade on it? Introducing Block Trust IRA, the future in your hands. An astonishing 88,000 millionaires were created last year from the Bitcoin boom, and you could be next. Block Trust IRA is the only crypto management firm powered by AI-driven strategies, ranked #1 in the world by Bitcoin Magazine. The Block Trust IRA platform is built for everyone, from first-time buyers to seasoned investors. Predictive AI technology that was once only reserved for insiders and elites is now available to you. It's time to leave the old buy and hold strategies behind. Your assets are protected with military-grade security, offline cold storage, and $200 million in insurance. Visit BlockTrustIRA.com to book your free consultation and ask how to claim up to $2,500 in deposit bonuses today. Bitcoin changed the game. AI changes the strategy.
In a world of uncertainty, be prepared with Silver Prepper Bars, your ultimate hedge against political instability and economic turmoil. Introducing the Silver Prepper Bar, crafted from 0.999 pure silver and proudly made in the USA. This tangible, divisible asset can come in handy even in the toughest of times. Portable, perforated, and easily tradable, the Silver Prepper Bar is your lifeline in times of crisis. When facing inflation, currency devaluation, and financial meltdown, Silver Prepper Bars provide peace of mind. Don't wait for disaster to strike. Secure your future today with the exclusive Silver Prepper Bar, the only silver bar on the market divisible into 3 different size pieces for maximum utility, all while fitting in your wallet. Don't leave your future to chance. Order your Silver Prepper Bars now at prepperbar.com. Silver Prepper Bars, ready for whatever tomorrow brings. Order now.
Forged through rigorous training and honed by the finest instructors on Earth, these K9 units serve beside our nation's warriors as they fight to preserve what we cherish. When these warriors complete their duty, the Warrior Dog Foundation provides them with a home deserving of the service they've given us all. At our state-of-the-art kennels, they receive rehabilitation and care suitable for heroes, because that's what they are. Be a part of giving them a future today. Visit warriordogfoundation.org.